having a little bit of issues here with my phone staying in place. Welcome, welcome. Just waiting for it to pop up that I am live on the YouTube. All the fun things happening today. All right. Come on. Because if you guys need to be live to do the bingo, right? Right, I think I see some people joining. It says 2. Let's see if it will come up. YouTube channel, view my channel, my channel, my channel. There we go. I can see it live now. Super duper. Okay, I'm just going to share this to our event page. Yes. All of the things. Events. Now, some people were messaging me before I hopped on here, but I am using my phone, so hopefully you guys find me. I'm going to just pop you a message here as well. Make sure to say hello so I know you are here, especially if you are signed up for the bingo event. All right. Comments and event. Then we'll get started. I do think that there might be, I've been playing around with the settings in YouTube to try and get a scheduled event to work. However, every single time I went on my mobile device for a scheduled event, hello Sharon, yay. Every time I went on my mobile device for a scheduled event, it always flipped my screen. So it wouldn't be landscape like this. It would be horizontal or portrait, which is not what we want at all when we are crafting. So just making sure you guys can see me typing bingo. Yes, but who are you? Leslie, all right. Yes, Leslie. Okay, we can see you. Love it. Love it. Okay. So we've got 2 out of the 6 people who are in the event commenting who have signed up. So that is great. Discussion, add post, paste. Okay. Must comment on YouTube. There we go. Hello, Tina and Sean. Super. Okay. Well, I'm going to get kind of going, right? Because we've got a lot of stuff to go through. So welcome. My name is Elizabeth Giles, coming to you live from the Stampin' Unicorns Craft Room here in Marshfield, Wisconsin. And today we are doing a virtual bingo. So if you are a registered participant, that is wonderful. We are going to be playing bingo here shortly, and then I'm going to go through and show you all of the projects. Now this is live. I'm not going to sit here and wait for you guys to, how do I say, finish your project. I'm going to continue on to the next step because you will always be able to come back and review this video at any time and catch any information that you need. So it will kind of keep things moving along, per se. So, all right. So I'm going to show you some projects. I'm going to show you the projects, and then we will play bingo. I will show you. Hello, Kathy. Can't watch on my laptop. Yes, exactly. So I'm going to show you the projects. We will play bingo, and then I will make the projects. Okay. So if you guys gotta run off or anything like that, you have the ability to do that. Yes, Sharon, I do see you. You were the first one to comment. We're good. So we have, who are we missing? I think the only person we are missing is, hello, Lori. So I know Lori usually ends up commenting on Facebook, but I won't be able to see those live Facebook posts. So make sure that you're signed into YouTube, and you'll have a little bit of time yet too. So let's give some thumbs up. Let's have some fun. But yes, yes, Sean, that's correct. Thank you. So just some fun things. I do have all of the bingo balls here. I went through them to make sure that they were all good to go. Now, I didn't think this quite through when we were doing a virtual. Typically, when I do a virtual, you guys pick 5 numbers. I know your numbers, this and that. I won't be able to see your actual bingo sheets. So what we're going to do, right, is we are going to, well, still going to comment. So if you get 1 number, you're going to comment B. If you get 2 numbers for the same bingo, you're going to comment BI. And we'll still do that. It is going to be pretty much an on your honor system. And I know all you guys, and you're pretty awesome. So, you know, on your honor that these numbers are called and you win bingo. We're playing 3 rounds of bingo. Because we had 6 participants, so 3 rounds of bingo, and I have prizes. But, you know, even if you don't win, this class for $50 is a steal. You're making 6 projects. You got some goodie bags and all of that kind of stuff. So I'll kind of talk about the goodie bags as well, and go in there. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to get flipped around, and hopefully Lori joins us soon. I'm just trying to see, flipping back to my Facebook page to see if she commented at all. Yeah, and that can be, but don't worry, it's not going to go like, you know, if you have BING and I'm waiting for an O, I'm not going to like not, you know, let you get that. So, let's see. Did she comment? Not sure, but I'm watching. Not sure how to comment. Okay. So Lori, you have to sign into YouTube in order to comment. So if somebody has a good way of doing that or instructions, it looks different on your guys' side than on my side, but I know you have to sign in to comment. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and flip you guys around, okay? And I'm going to show you the projects. Then we'll play bingo. And then we're going to make the projects. So, nope, don't pick 5 numbers. You have bingo cards in your bag, okay? And what I think I will do here, Lori, is I will keep up. I can keep the comments up on my computer, like my messenger, but hopefully you can get logged in and then just make the comments there. So so yeah, you will use your bingo sheets. Okay, then I had to join the live chat button too. Good to know. Good to know. Thank you, Leslie. Okay. So hopefully we'll get that through, but yes, bingo is normal bingo on your sheets. So I will explain that in a moment as well. But let me flip this around, and if you've watched me before, it takes me a couple of times of pushing this button because it is very sensitive, and we will get, whew, okay. Now I gotta stand up. Stand up. Yes, this looks pretty decent. I think that is good. Okay, so I have all the bingo balls over here. I'm going to now put them into this bowl. I opted for the bowl because that rolling thing is quite noisy. These are quite noisy too. But you guys are going to be awesome. I will just remember for the next time that we will pick 5 numbers instead of using the sheet. And then it'll be whatever. It is what it is. Woo! Okay. So we are going to play 3 games of bingo. You all got some sheets like this. All right. So the first game of bingo, you're going to use all 3 of these sheets. So all 3. You can play on all of them. The chat disconnected. Please wait while we try and reconnect you. Huh. That's weird. Okay. So you will play, well, I don't have 3 sheets here, but you'll have 3 separate games. So, and we're just doing regular bingo or 4 corners because I love me a good 4 corners. Okay. So when you play bingo, say you get 1. I mean, obviously, if you get 1, you're going to comment B. So, and then if you get 2 in your bingo, you'll comment BI. Now the free space, right? So you could be commenting B, and then I guess everybody would comment B right away because the free space counts. So why don't we start with that and everybody comment B so I can see your comments because everybody's going to be able to mark their free space, right? Oh yeah, this is the featured set, but I'll go over that more in a smidgen. So if everybody wants to comment B, then I can see that everything's working because everybody's going to have a B. All right, I see Leslie, Tina, Kathy, Super Sharon, Sean. So let's just see if we can get Miss Lori. All right. So when we're playing, you'll just continue to comment. So then if you get another one, you would comment BI, BIN, BIG, so that we kind of know what we're looking for. Okay. Our prizes today are, this is bundle 1. So it's a Lost Lagoon soft cording ribbon. And then Riverside Irregular Pearls. So that is prize 1. And you can choose, when you win, you can choose which prize package you want. Prize package 2 is the Modern Herringbone 3D embossing folder. So this is an online exclusive. Same with these other 2 guys. And then a package of sponge daubers. Okay. And then package number 3 is the Color Coach. And the Color Coach, I put it together. It wasn't hard. But this Color Coach helps you pick like colors. So there's a complimentary and you would choose these 2 colors. There's a triad and you would choose like a color out of there. And it talks about the different colors on the back too. Plus, it is so smooth. Oh my gosh. And this also comes with a free stamp camp. So those are the 3 prize packages today. So hopefully, I'm just going to message Lori. Okay, so since I don't see Lori popping into the chat, hopefully she can get in soon. But I'm just going to start playing this card for her just because I don't want her to miss out on anything, right? Okay. So we're going to just get on with it. So like I said, it's just going to be regular bingo or 4 corners. So everybody starts with a B, which is great. And we're just going to, this is really loud. I didn't realize how loud that was going to be. Okay. So the first number is N, oop, that's not showing up. N31. N31. Love it. All right. I-23. I-2-3. Okay. So Laura, you would have B-I right now. Look at you guys go. All right. All right. Good. B12. B1, 2. All right. Yeah, it shows we got 8 people watching, so I wonder who else is in here. And even if you're not registered for this event, you can say hi. Okay. G52. G52. Okay. Oh, 75. Oh, 75. Look at that. We called one number from each row. Okay. Lori currently has 1, 2, 3. So B-I-N. Sean has the TV on. Hey, whatever works. G51. G51. All right. G56. G56. Oh, Kathy's got Ben also. All right. I-17. I-17. Oh my goodness. Lori is at B-I-N-G. And she just messaged me. Oh, and Tina's at B-I-N-G. Ooh. Ah, I got you, Tina. That's an extra device. Yes. Okay. Okay, next is N43. N43. Now with the Happy Hibiscus bundle, this is a really cool bundle, and it's one where you can cut and emboss at the same time. So that will be one of the things that we are doing. N36. N36. Oh goodness, if only we were playing like postage stamp or something, huh? So I can't wait to show you all of the features. Now, if you don't have the Happy Hibiscus bundle, you can absolutely use a different one. It's just that that's the one that I coordinated everything with. All right, B11, B11. Oh, that was really close down here, but it wasn't the right one. Sharon's at bin. Tina's still at Bing. Okay. Next is 071. 071. This card only has 2 numbers on it. It's not doing very good here. All right, Sean's at bin. Okay. Next number is I-24. I-24. Okay, get in there, get in there. Next number is G46. G46. Goodness gracious. And I think when you do win, maybe I'll just have you comment your numbers, right? We can at least check it that way. Not that you can't see what numbers are called, sort of, but anyhow. 070. 070. Oh my goodness. Lori is Bing on this card now too. You guys got to be getting close. So Lori needs a couple of B's. I don't know where you guys are sitting. Let's see. This is an I. I-28. I-28. There we go. Nope, not you. Not close. Oh. All right. G54. G54. That was my basketball number in high school. Well, and middle school and all the schools. I was G54. Actually, just 54, but. Another G. G58. G58. Gosh, Tina, we're just sitting on this Bing for a very long time. All right. I-30. I-30. Oh, now Sean's on Bing. We are getting there. Okay. Sharon's on Bing. All right, here's an I. I-20. I-20. Oh, now Lori just needs an I here, so. Leslie's finally on Bin. You can do it. Okay. Next is 068. 068. Oh, we got lots of people now on Bing. Okay, next number is G49. G49. Oh my goodness, so many things. All right, next is B10. B10. Well, I don't think that was the B that we were waiting for. Nope, it wasn't. Anybody else got some luck out there? Okay. We'll move on to B4. B4. Oh, not on this one. Come on, you guys. All right. We have 063. 063. Now that's so close, right? Okay. What? All right, Sean. Give me your numbers, baby. Okay. And then you have to tell me what you want what prize you want too. So all the fun things. I don't think you guys want me to bring you on camera to show people what you got. So, oh, Tina's there, so Tina could verify, I'm sure. All the good stuff. B4, I-30, free, G46, and O68. Yay! That's a good bingo. All right. Do you want number 1, number 2, or number 3, which is the color coach and the camp? Oh, that was nice, Tina. Ah. There you go. All right, babe. Which one do you want? Number 1, 2, or 3? Number 2. Okay, Dote. So Sean has won this. Where did I write down? Where's my Post-it notes? Here they are. Found them. All right. Was that a good pace for you guys, or do you want it quicker, or what? Let me know. I mean, Sean missed a number, so I don't know. Maybe I was too quick. Okay, let me move this stuff back over. It's good. Okay, super duper. And then let's see here. No, never. You guys don't chat. Okay, so everybody, we're playing another round of bingo. So everybody should have B. So give me a comment on B so I can make sure that you're still here. Okay. All right. And Lori is going to play, and just like she just can't get the comments to work. So she's going to play through Messenger and just message me. So we have Leslie, Kathy, Tina, Sean, Sharon. Let me know if you're still here with a B. And then Lori, if you can hear me, put B in Messenger so I know that you can hear that. Super, super duper. Yeah, we typically leave it to once. So, you know, to share the love. Share the love. So, all right. Well, I don't see Miss Sharon commenting. So, Sean, do you want to play for Sharon right now? And if she ends up, oh, there's Sharon. Never mind. So, okay, we are all good to go. We will get started. And this, again, is just regular bingo or 4 corners. So, N41. N41. Plus, Sean, you won first. So you got the luck of the draw here. Okay, I'm going to start showing the projects that we're making. All right. 071. 071. So this is a little tea bag holder. That's project 1. N32. N32. No worries, Sharon. Gotta love those cats. Geez, Kathy, are you as BI? Well, I guess because you have the free spot. So that's awesome. Okay, here is our second project we're gonna make. Okay, 074. 074. And this uses the awesome marbled paper, and then we fold it back. It's always fun. We got a couple people with BI so far. So 2 numbers out of the 5 or 4 that you need. I-16, I-16. Lori's got BI also. All right. B10, B10. So then the next project we're going to do uses the embossing folder, and we're going to do a technique with that. How fun. So this one I couldn't do for you guys. So if you don't have the bundle, you'll have to find a different embossing folder to use. B11, B11. That is my lucky number. So I was born December 11th, and 11 always just seems to be a good number for me. So fun stuff. All right. G53, G53. So this technique, like I said, if you don't have this embossing folder, you want to find a different 3D embossing folder for that. Lori's at BIN. All right. Sharon's at BI. Leslie, BI. All right. We got a good game going here. N40. N40. Then the next card we're going to create, we're going to be doing stamping and then using die cuts. So again, if you did not order this bundle, you would want to have like a large floral or something like that for that card, because I can't do your stamping, right? B4, number 4. And you will notice, though, I did tie all of your ribbons for you. So you're welcome. All right, we got quite a few BINs. Awesome. G47, G47. The next card is a very elegant one. I really like it. I love the pops of color on it. So I mean, the colors are very unusual too. B5, B5. All right. Lori is at Bing. We are getting down there. Okay. I-24. I-24. How fun in the sun. All right. Nobody else in the Bing so far, huh? 066. 066. Then the last card we're going to do is this awesome card. So I can't wait. It is going to be so much fun. All right, B8. B8. Don't forget, you can also give 4 corners. We got quite a few B's and quite a few O's. So B8. Okay, nobody's got it yet. N44. N44. This camera is not focusing. N44. I do have to get some different bingo balls, though, because some of these, I can barely read the numbers. Oh, we got somebody else with a Bing. Tina's got a Bing so far. B12. B12. Okay. Next number coming in hot. G54. G54. Oh, Leslie is at Bing. We've got 3 people at Bing. Okay. Next number is 072. 072. Okay, I'm just going to set these back on their respective piles here. Okay, next, G49. G49. Leslie, Bing, Tina, Bing, Lori's still at Bing. Okay, next number is I-27. I-27. Come on, you guys, you can do it. This number at the bingo hall always makes people laugh. I-22. I-22, 22. Like, some people go choo-choo. Some people say toot-toot. I don't know. Okay, now we have N45. N45. Nobody else, huh? All right, somebody give me a comment so I know that we're still alive. G51. G51. Thanks, Tina. Thanks, Kathy. Just waiting on hold, huh? All right. So that was 51. Now we have I-30. 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 Hanging in there. Oh. Okay, next is O-75. O-75. Goodness gracious. Okay. Next number, B1. B1. Kathy's got a Bing. All right. I think Sharon might be the only one not on that level at the moment. Come on, Sharon. Okay. Next number, N42. N42. What column are y'all waiting for? Goodness. Okay. Oh, Sharon's on Bing now. See? Ooh, look at me talk. Okay. Next number. O-70. O-70. Anybody got that lucky number? We will wait a second or two. Lori just commented bingo. All right, Lori, give me the numbers that you have in the chat, and I will verify them, and we will see what you got going on. I'm going to have to tell Brian to get me something to drink. Goodness gracious. I've got water, but it's not doing the trick. So Lori, again, if you guys didn't know, is in my messenger chat because she couldn't get the stuff to work on YouTube. So we will see what we got going on here. And all right, she had 11, 16, 47. So not even the free, and the free spot. So 47 and 70. All right. Congratulations, Lori. And then let me know which item you want. This is item number 1, and this is item number 3. So whichever one you choose. And then we will do our last card for the last item. And yeah, we do play where if you win once, you can't win again, just to kind of share the love. Feel free to play along if you would like. You just can't win a second prize because because there's only 6 of us. So, you know, and we're nice to each other. All right. Well, she's deciding what she would like. I am going to start the next game. So again, it's just regular bingo or 4 corners. And we're starting with B1. So everybody, oh yeah, everybody give me a B that is playing. What is with the color coach? Oh, a free stamp camp. Yeah, so free stamp camp. Kathy's got BI already. Super. Sharon B. All right, we've got our 4 players. Super duper. All right, N43. N43. Okay, so Lori's going to take the ribbon and gems. So that leaves the color coach and a free stamp camp. And let me tell you, I love the color coach. Not only because it feels nice, but but I also do love these. So, you know, I love everything, right? Okay. N45. N45. So after we get done with this bingo, I'm going to hop into making the cards. And if you stay on, you can try and make them along with me. The other nice thing is you can ask questions if there's something that you don't understand. So this one is G47. It's not zooming in. G47. That one's been a lucky number tonight. It's been out every single time. Okay. Sharon's got BI. Kathy's got BI. Super. B10. B10. I swear, I'm just going to mess around with this camera because it hates me. There we go. That wasn't very clear. Tina's got BI. All right. Leslie's got BI. Super. All right. Next is G51. 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 See, this is one that's really faded. This ball I can barely read, but it does say 071. 071. Yeah, bingo I absolutely love. Brian and I had our first date at bingo, so it's just, you know, near and dear to my heart too. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. I know it takes a little bit. Probably should have done the pick 5 number thing, but hey, it is what it is at this point. Next number is 068. 068. And figuring out the logistics. If Facebook didn't ruin that we couldn't do landscape, that would be a great option. But I-26, I-26. All right, we got numbers in all the columns now. Hopefully that hits for somebody. I-28, I-28. Come on, guys. Everybody still at BI? BI? We need some bins out there. Okay. Next is 070. 070. I think this number has been called every time too. Next is, oh, Sharon's at bin. Yay. Next is G57. G57. Okay, okay. G57. Next number is I-19. I-19. These bingo balls are rather dirty too. They've been well loved. All right. Next number is 075. 075. Don't forget, you can do 4 corners. So, I mean, there's only 2 B's so far, but there's quite a few O's. All right, Tina's at bin. Keep them coming, guys. Leslie's at bin. All right. We have N33. N33. Next, B8. B8. Okay, our next number is 069. 069. So hopefully, oh, Kathy's coming in with a bin. Okay, next number is B9. Tina's at Bing. Bing, bing, bing. B9. My sister and I were playing bingo one time, and it was a double bingo. And she missed the double bingo, but then won on the very next game. So we always joke about that she could have won both games, but she didn't catch it. Next number, G58. G58. So maybe if you guys are around some Thursday night, we might have to go to the bingo hall. I know they have bingo in Wausau, the Moonlight, but I haven't gone to that in a while. I wonder if they got dates for that again. B12. B12. If you haven't gone to the Moonlight Bingo up in Wausau, oh my gosh, it is so much fun. So much fun. They have a DJ. It's like moonlight, like everything glows. G55. G55. So definitely a fun time. Right? Yeah. And it's at the Eagles Club. So you're like helping a good organization. Absolutely. All right. Next is N40. N40. All right. Tina's still at Bing. Anybody else moving, advancing? Oh, sorry. Tina's at bingo. All right, Tina. Give me those numbers. Let me know what you got. And then Tina will win the color coach, which again, like, and I like that they have just the core colors on here, not our in colors, but you can do complementary, triadic. So you can just like line it up and say you want to use Flirty Flamingo. Well, then this blue and these like green yellows would work good. So it's really just kind of cool. And then it talks about the way that we use colors in our everyday stuff. Oh. Lori posted in the other chat, I know I can't win again, but just got another bingo on 55. What a lucky duck. And she said, but she has another card that has no numbers on it. How crazy, right? All right. Tina, B9, I28, N40, G57, and O68. Awesome. All right. And then a free stamp camp. Super duper. So let me put your name on here. I really do appreciate you guys. And I know some of you guys might hop off. So I just want to say this. I really appreciate you guys supporting each other and supporting me, right? Like, you don't have to sign up to do this. You don't have to, do any of it. You could do it with somebody else if you wanted to. So I really do appreciate everything. Yeah, so that's my sappiness. But okay. Oh! Ding, 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 ding. If you guys remember, like one of my first bingo events, we were playing outside in the garage and we had one of the bingo balls like roll down the driveway. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. But we got it. Okay, we're going to hop in. Now, one of the things you probably don't know is that I did use an additional stamp set on some of these cards. Just because the sayings, let me just bring this back in here. The sayings, we have 3 sayings, right? So congratulations, you make me smile, and thanks for you. Oh yeah, I'm going to try zooming this in a little bit too. But so I did bring in this Unbounded Love stamp set. We use the hello out of here. Where is it? Right there. Hello. And then feel better soon. And that's the only 2 sayings that I used from another place. It was so long ago and it was so much fun. And Helen, it was like one of the first events that she came to and stamped, and she was a trooper, let me tell you. You guys, you'll have to ask Sean about it because it was quite the event. But so if you're like looking at these cards afterwards and you're like, oh, I don't have that, well, that's because it's in here. But feel free to grab any sentiments that you have. And again, if you did not purchase this bundle, it is well worth it. Let me just grab the specs sheet. All right, I changed my black ink because I thought my black ink was what was running out, but obviously it must be my color. But the Happy Hibiscus is almost $60, and I know that's a big chunk, right? But you're getting a stamp set, you're getting a die set, and you're getting the embossing folder. And then you are also getting this piece, which sits inside of the embossing folder. Right, like this. And when you run a piece of paper through, it will cut out these 3 flowers as well. So you will see I've done as much as I could for you guys ahead of time. And we will just go at it. So everything's going to be die cut that I could die cut, and emboss that I could emboss, and all of that great thing. Great stuff. Okay. I am going to try zooming in here. Be patient with me because it is very touchy. I haven't figured out yet the best way to zoom in. Ooh, that might be good. Let's see. I gotta just try. All right. I think that might be good. Okay. Maybe I'm gonna move this up so that this doesn't stick off the table. And then I kind of know about where my placement is because I can't go. Yeah. Okay. We're going to get started. So the first, it's not a card. It is a little tea bag, tea holder. We are using 2 colors, Basic Beige, Melon Mambo. Okay. We are also using the twine. So everybody, oh yeah, that was the other thing I needed to talk about. We use this twine on 2 projects and you use quite a bit of it. So I just included that in your guys' goodie bag. So that is one of the things. I do have to zoom this out just a little bit. Ah! Okay, that's good. So you will be using your own twine. I included everything else. So you should have an accessory bag that has some hearts in it. Now, these are all online exclusives. You won't find them in a catalog, but you can order them with me. You don't have to just order them online either. All right. So for our tea bag, you would have gotten it in this pouch for 2 reasons. We gave you some tea, and depending on the tea you got, it does smell a little striking. And then here is where you will want to screenshot if you want to get the sizes. Oh, I did not write down what size this was. Hold on. Let me add that information for you. So this is 3 inches by 7.5. Of course, you have this if you signed up for the class, so you would know that measurements. But here is where I did the scoring for you, right? Because that's awesome. I have to plug in my phone. There we go. Okay, so I did the scoring for you guys. I also did the embossing on this piece. Die cut out. So you did receive some of the marbled paper. So in your paper package, you will have a half pack of the marbled elegance. You will have a half pack of the otter paper, and then one sheet of the textured silver and gold paper. So there's a lot of paper, and I wanted to keep it 12 by 12 because I know some of you guys are scrapbookers. Okay, so we're just going to set this aside. We're grabbing our little piece here. I'm taking a dauber. We're going to dab off first on a scrap piece of paper. And then I just kind of do a circly motion. I'm not pushing down. I'm just going over it lightly. And that's because if you just go this way or that way, you're not going to get all the edges of these flowers. We just want to enhance our embossing. That's all we're doing here. Okay. Easy peasy. The next, so I like to get all of my ink out of the way first. The next thing we're going to do is just a little sentiment with a melon mambo. And this was one of the sentiments out of the other pack. Feel better soon. Awesome. Okay. Now you just take your paper snips and you're snipping that at an angle. That will get some dimensionals. I have tons of little dimensionals in here. 1, 2, 3. And that will get put on our little tag. And I love this. This is a die that comes in the die set with this stamp set. So that's really cool. Okay, so we're already at assembly. We're going to take this piece. And I always like to use green glue when I'm using embossing, because it gets in all the little cracks. Although I was shaking that green glue already yesterday. I should have known better that it's not going to have that much in it. Although I was shaking this one yesterday too. Oh my goodness. Give me my green glue. Okay. I've got tons of them sitting here that just need to get used up. So one of these will work. There we go. We're just adding that straight to this front piece. There's going to be a small border, just an 1/8 inch border, a 1/16 actually. And then this guy is going to go on the front. Okay, now for the top part. You will want to take your tooth, like either or. You want a tape runner or sticky tape. So this is Terran tape. And that's what I'm going to use because I can control it easier. So Terran tape, literally you pull out what you want, you rip it off. And we're going to put that right on this scored mark. So right like that. Okay. So this is our scored. And you got to make sure it's down all the way. Then we're going to peel that off and fold it over. The reason why we're doing that is because we don't want it to open up all the way. We want it to have like, you know, where it just keeps that down. Now you're going to take your awesome gold twisted thread. You guys, I absolutely love this stuff. It's my favorite. We're going to wrap this around twice. Go a bit longer. And tie it in a knot first. So that it keeps the string taut. Okay, so once you have that tied off, then you're going to make your little loop, your little bow on there. Snip off the end. I should have grabbed my other scissors. There we go. And this way, you got a little bow, but it won't come unhooked. And where is my little tea bag? Here it is. Just going to add a little tape here. And this folds up. Oops, I put that down too far. Boop, ba-doop, boop. There we go. Because you have 2 score marks at the bottom. And then you just kind of pull that back and it tucks right in there. And then lastly, you can embellishment with a little heart, right? Because we want them to feel better soon. Boom. Okay. That is project number 1. Super duper cute, right? You could do this with hot chocolate if you wanted to. You just have to make it a little bit bigger. All the things. Okay, project 1 done. Let's set that up there. We're going to move on to project 2. And then if you have any questions, just let me know, right? All right, project 2 is super easy. This is one of my favorite easy folds. Okay, we're going to use the You Make Me Smile in our Happy Hibiscus stamp set and Melon Mambo again, because we're using this Marbled Elegance paper. Let me tell you, if you have not looked through that yet, you need to look through it. It's one of my favorite things. One of my favorite things. The other thing is I cut out all of these flowers out of the textured gold, so you get a little bit more with that. Now, if you're taking this out of your envelope, be very careful. All of those pieces are in there. Okay? All right, let's get going with this. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to stamp, right? I always say, let's stamp. We're going to stamp our sentiment down in the bottom corner. This is a regular size piece of cardstock that is scored already for you. And we're going to stamp right in the corner. Perfect. Voila. The reason why we want to stamp this first is because if I mess that up, it would be covered up and maybe I would stamp up in that corner then, right? But we are all good to go. So what we're going to do is I'm going to add my glue, but this time I'm going to be careful and add it to my card base. I probably went a little bit too far down there, so I'm just going to do that. Okay. Now we're going to add our paper. Now one of these sides is going to get flipped upwards. So this area doesn't have a lot of gold in it. So I'm going to go ahead and flip that corner up. So just give it a moment. Let it think, right? And then we're just going to flip this corner edge up. And this way you can ensure that you will see your whole sentiment. Oh, just a little bit more. Your whole sentiment, and it's not going to get off put. Now underneath this piece, we are adding just a dimensional or 2, probably 2. And flipping it up, that has a little bit of dimension there now. And we are adding the little flowers. And there's 2 different sizes of these flowers. You can determine what you want where. I think I'm going to put the bigger one here because I got a bigger area. Just fun. And if you don't want to have naked flower centers, right, this is going to be a card that's going to ship really easily. You don't have to worry about it being very bumpy. If you don't want naked flower centers, you can absolutely add something. Along with the envelope, if you want, you can do some stamping on the envelope, but this is just to show you a quick and easy card with some awesome paper. Right? I do love this one. Okay, so that is project number 2. You guys were cruising right along. Next comes one of our techniques cards. I gotta just clean these off because they have Melon Mambo ink on them, and I don't want to get that on my other projects. Thank you, Leslie. Okay, next project is this card. Now my sample is stamped with the wrong color ink, so we'll see what it looks like when I have a sample that has the right color ink. Okay. For this card, we're using these 3 colors: Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, and Petunia Pop. Now, one of the things that I really like about this is that you can do this technique with whatever colors you want, and it only requires white cardstock. So I'm going to pull out my white cardstock. I do have other pieces in here, right? We have our 2 little leaves, which again is out of that brushed paper. If you guys are working on your Christmas cards or anything like that, definitely the brushed look on the silver and gold are worth it. And you get 6 sheets. I can't remember how much it is, but you get 3 of each of those sheets in that pack. Okay, so we have our regular white paper, and then I have 3 blending brushes for the 3 colors of ink that I'm using. Just gonna grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Here we go. Okay, so on our embossing folder, when you open it up, you have one side that shows Stampin' Up logo and one that doesn't. We are going to be working on the Stampin' Up logo side. So this is the side where the details of the flowers are going to be protruding. Okay. Okay. So let's grab our colors. I'm just going to set them off to the side here. Okay, so let's start with, I don't know, it doesn't really matter, but I do feel like I like to start with the lightest when I'm doing this. So the lightest color, maybe I will keep that right there. The lightest color this time is Daffodil Delight. And I'm just going to go over, I kind of want these big flowers to be my daffodil. So I'm just choosing where I'm adding this color. If it gets elsewhere, that is a-okay, perfectly fine. But I just want the big hibiscus flowers. Well, any of the hibiscus flowers, actually. So any hibiscus flowers. Because there's other flowers on this embossing folder. I'm not sure exactly what they are. But, so any of these hibiscus. And I don't really need to do this whole thing. Like you would only need to do where you're going to put your paper in, right? So if I have the paper laying underneath, it kind of tells me exactly where I need the guide. All right, next we're going to do Calypso Coral. This color, do you clean the blending brushes? Great question, Leslie. Yes and no. So these ones I haven't cleaned yet. When you do clean them, they're kind of stained a little bit if you don't clean them out right away. I've heard if you clean them out sooner than later, you can. I just started cleaning them because I was running out of, like when they get super dark like this, if it wasn't cleaned, and I tried to use not that dark of a color. But absolutely, you can clean them and you can not clean them. It's a kind of a personal preference. Okay, so I'm going to do these kind of smaller flowers in the coral. And then I'm going to also do like the center of my hibiscus flowers. And this is where, like, if you're doing any sort of blending, you want your colors to coordinate. Because if I blob that with like a green or something, it's obviously going to show two different colors. Okay. Then the last color I'm using is Petunia Pop. And I'm going to get all of these little guys. And it's okay if I hit my other, you know, hibiscus or whatever. I'm also going to just do a tinge in these other smaller flowers to kind of coordinate. Okay. And every one will turn out different, right? That's what's the beauty of it. Oh, I missed the edge of that with my Calypso. So I'll just get it with this color. Okay. Now, just like when you use markers on your stamps, you know, it can dry out just a little bit. So we are going to do the Darth Vader. So here, I'm just going to go. And if any of that ink dried out, it's just going to add that little bit. All right. So now I'm going to put my piece of paper there, and I'm just going to make sure, I believe that's going to be good. I'm going to fold it and then run it through. Now this is a 3D embossing folder, so all you need is your number 1 and your number 4. We're going to feed it through. Oh, and all you do is clean them with water, Leslie. I don't know if I said that or not. But I clean them with water, set them on a paper towel, and let them air dry. Okay, and look at that. So you can see I got a little bit more ink up in that corner than some of the other areas. But each one's going to turn out a little different, right? So I would really like to see what you guys do. And this then will just get ran through underwater, and all that ink will come right off. I don't think I need it for anything else today. So, okay. So let's finish this card. It is a very easy card. We are going to stamp the thanks for being so kind in Petunia Pop. I don't think I have that one out on a block. I do not. I tried to keep the stamping to a minimum because it's hard when I'm doing a class to go. But on the last one, there's lots of stamping. Okay, so let's see if having this color will make a difference. Boom! Oh yeah, that is way better on there. Okay. So again, our green glue. And if you're going to stamp something on the inside, I would do that right now as well before you put your cover on. I'm actually going to do it this way. I'm going to put this right over. So if you stamp and you mess up, your embossed image would go right over the top of that. So make sure to stamp your inside first. And I think this one we're going to do tall, because why not? Let's put our little leaves on. Oh, I don't want to cover that one up because that one's really cute. Okay. And this will get dimensions. Okay. So do you guys think that you will use the same colors that I did, or will you use different colors? Because you could absolutely use different colors than I did, right? Oh. All right, so this was the one that I just made. And then this was the original. You can see that awesome difference. Okay, card number 3, project number 3, I should say, is done. Next on to project number 4. This one is sweet and sort of vintagey looking. We are going to be using the big set, the big stamp. from your Happy Hibiscus. So these three are the ones that are intertwined. Because then we are going to use the die cut to cut them out. All right. And you will notice in your package, I already did your Lost Lagoon cording. You should have a tie. Where did mine go? Because I didn't have an accessory bag. I am talking too much. Okay. I don't know. But we need Lost Lagoon ink. And then I also have a Wink of Stella. So I'll have to make one for my card, but it'll be okay. So what are we doing first? We are stamping first. Yes, exactly. So you have a piece of Designer Series paper. You can see the back side is interesting, right? This is from the otter paper. So you definitely want to check out that otter paper that you got in your package. It is very cute. Very cute. We're also stamping on the envelopes. So make sure that you have your envelope by us. And I think we'll stamp on the inside. Okay. So let's get our stamping done. And they're all the same color ink. So first we're going to do all of the flowers. And since this is a photopolymer stamp set, I would recommend that you have like the foam mat underneath. So that it has a little bit of cushion. And we're stamping everything in Lost Lagoon. Let's see, right there. Super duper. And then this is the inside of our card. So I'm just going to add a little bit of the flowers down here. And let's do that one up there. And then the envelope. So the envelope, I like to just take a piece of paper and go like this. And I will get the edge of the envelope. You don't want to go over the end because you would be stamping on your foam. And then when that ink gets on your foam, it can come off everywhere. So I do this edge first, and then I'm going to bring it like this and just fill in where I need those others. And lastly, let's do a flower right on the front. Okay. So that's everything that we're stamping with the flower, right? These blue shades are super cute. And then last but not least, we are stamping our sentiment. This little tag also comes in our die set. How cool. And this hello is from that other stamp set, the Unbounded Love. And I'm just going to start at the bottom here. And then continue up until it's all the way faded. Super duper. Okay, that's all of the stamping. Next, we will need to do the die cutting, which we only die cut one piece, and that are these right here. Oh, I gotta grab my plate. Die cutting plates. Here we go. So when you're die cutting, you are going to follow use with thin dies. So we need the base, number 2, which is this, and then 3, which is the 2 cutting plates. And you can see mine are well loved, right? If you guys don't have a die cutting machine, I would highly recommend during celebration, they are going to have a sign up special. You can sign up for 99 bucks and get $155 worth of product, which means you could have the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine as part of your starter kit and pay only $99. Plus you'll get other stuff too, because this machine isn't 155 bucks. So look at how easy that was. Voila. All cut out. All right, let me just get these off of there and set that back down here. I mean, and it makes it super easy that those stamps are connected. You don't have to think about it at all. At all. Okay, let's assemble. For this one, I prefer to use tape runner with my vellum. So that's a personal preference. You can absolutely use the green glue, but I just prefer the tape runner. So I'm going to grab my Stampin' Seal. And when you do use the Stampin' Seal, you do not need much of it. It is a good, strong adhesive. We do have Stampin' Seal Plus. So if you're doing anything with like making boxes or treats or anything like that, I would recommend the Plus over the regular Stampin' Seal. Okay, now on the front, you're going to put down your vellum first. And I'm just adding some tape runner to the edges and one in the middle. Now this you're going to want to align with the bottom of your card base. Oh, I didn't have that in. So right here. So equal parts. Next, you're going to take this little thin strip again of that gold. Oh, I am just in love with these products. I mean, the online exclusives have been amazing. All right, just grabbing my glue, and this is going to go right along the top edge. You're going to overlap your vellum just a smidge. Ooh, there we go. Give that a moment. Okay. Now, however you want to arrange these, I put this one down and then put this kind of on top of it. So I'm just going to follow the pattern that I have. But you do you, boo, right? You can, if you like one of these flowers better than the other, you can absolutely do whatever you want. And this is straight down. The only one I popped up was the big one. Okay. And I gotta make myself a bow. The bow maker is what I use to make your guys' bows. But I'm just gonna show you another way of making it. This cord is very like it turns on itself really easily. So I'm just gonna take two, it's the bunny ears, right? So you take two bunny ears, two little things like this, and then you tie the bunny ears. I got to make them longer. There we go. You tie the bunny ears in a knot. And then you pull. So that's one method of doing bows. If you don't have a bow maker, you can do the bunny ear method. So you just take two strands, right? So this one is a bunny ear. And this one is a bunny ear. And you just tie them together. So if I was holding them like this, right, bunny ears, you just tie them in a knot. So I hope that helps as you're making things. And then you're going to adhere that with a glue dot. Absolutely, a glue dot is a must on these. Okay. Oh my goodness, I just pulled there we go. I'm just going to put that like right here. And then this is going to get put right kind of underneath it in a way. But not. And this one's going to get popped up. Where's my magic dimensionals? Here they are. Now this is a different sheet than what I had before. No wonder why I have so many sheets of dimensionals just floating around, because I just grab them. And this is going to get tucked. Oh yeah, right in there. Ew. It keeps moving on me. There we go. Well, that went over my, but that's fine. We're just going to move that down. There. Okay. And then lastly, your Wink of Stella. It's added. I just went over like the dark areas. I'm not sure if that portrays to you guys, but you know, if you've used Wink of Stella, how cute it looks. There you go. You can kind of see that. All right. So that is project number 4. Awesome sauce. Oh, need a little, forgot the embellishments. We have a little heart on this one too. Where's my take your pick tool? Right here. So this is like a medium-sized heart. So you should have both of these hearts in your accessories package. Okay, what do you guys think of that one? Like, I don't often do stamping on designer series paper, but I just absolutely love it. And depending on the paper, right, you get different looks. So, okay, moseying on to the next card. This by far was the one that you guys better be thankful that I die cut all of the things for you. I am going to show you though, as we get started here. So here is the 5th card, the 5th project. Okay. So you have lots of things with this one. Lots of things. And I wonder, yep. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to do the embossed, like the die cutting, because I don't know if I've showed that recently. So we are using the embossing folder. So that means that you need to have your thick embossing plate. So you need number 1 and number 4. Okay. And I still have ink on the embossing folder, so this is going to be really interesting. But I just wanted to show you guys. My embossing folder still has ink on it. Oh, how fun. Okay, where's a piece of scrap white? Oh, well, I have scrap beige. Oh, here's a white. Okay. So in your embossing folder, you have this die. And the die sits on the side where your label is, the Stampin' Up! Logo. And it will sit right over the top of these. And it literally just sits there. It doesn't like lock in place, but it's there, you know, but if you give it too much of a wiggle, it will move. So what I do is I set it there. I set down my cardstock and then I close it like this. Now it's going to be there. So just make sure that you keep it closed. You put it on your machine and we're going to run it through. Okay. So these are the hybrid embossing folders. They come with dies and they are super awesome. Okay, now we're going to open this up. And it embosses and cuts out at the same time. Ooh, ooh. All right, so I've done that for you guys. This card has, I ran it through the embossing folder twice, once to cut out the images, and then once just so that it's embossed. I also cut out, you should have 3 of these leaves. And then 4 of the black flowers, 2 big, 2 little. So you can see, you know, what it was. Okay, let's get started on this guy. We also use the In Color Opaque Sparkle Dots, Memento Black ink, and then if, I think I gave everybody orange sparkle dots because I didn't want to give some people these gray ones. I had a stamp camp recently and they were supposed to use a specific color. And some people use the gray ones. So that's why I did not have enough gray to give to everybody. So I just didn't give it to anyone. So, you know, preaching to the choir, right? So these In Color Opaque Sparkle Dots, we're going to take the orange ones and use our black Stampin' Blend and just color them. So like I said, everybody's in the same boat. You're all going to have orange. And then the yellow ones you just use as yellow. Okay. And I would probably let these dry and then do one more coat on them as well. So let's get out our pack. We're going to do our stamping first. The congratulations comes from our Happy Hibiscus stamp set. So you can see right here. Awesome. I love it when we get words and images together. So there's just lots to unpack here. You also will have this piece and you're like, Liz, why did you give me that piece? Well, I will tell you why. But let me do this stamping really quick so I can get that out of the way. Congratulations. And I'm using Memento. Since this is that photopolymer, I do not like to use StazOn with it. It just is too sticky for me. So if you have a good inked up Memento Black ink pad, you will get the same crispness as if you were using StazOn. And then we're just going to cut that at an angle. All right, that's all the stamping. I didn't do anything on the inside. I don't know what kind of card I want this to be. It could be an anniversary. It could be a wedding. It could be congratulations, you're retiring. Like so many different things, right? Okay, this is our inside piece. So we're going back to this cutout. And the reason why I gave this to you is because I just cut some of these outside edges pieces off and stepped up the inside of my card. I really like this since my flowers are white and the inside of my card is white. It just added this like embossed look and a tad bit of elegance to the card. They're just going to get glued right on wherever. So you can choose which images you like, which ones you want to try cutting out and not cutting out. Let's see. I'm just going to grab. Let me grab these guys. You know, if you don't want to do this part, you don't have to, obviously, as well. But it's already like out of the paper. You already got the paper, so why not just utilize the pieces? I mean, you can add one to the front of your envelope if you would like. You will notice that your envelopes are lost, are already embossed for you. So you can easily do that. All you do is you stick the envelope piece in just that far and then it's already embossed, or you run it through the embossing. Okay, now this is just going to be our basic assembly. So let's get started. I'm going to fold my card base in half and burnish the edge with my bone folder. Now the wild wheat, that's what color this is. I just feel it coordinates so good with our gold. The gold and wild wheat. I'm going to be sad. Did you guys realize that wild wheat will be retiring in May? all of our 2003 to 2005 colors retire in May. Well, end of April, right? So if any of those colors strike you, I would definitely be getting all of the inks and paper and ink refills like now. Don't wait. I mean, maybe wait till celebration, not gonna lie. But because we just had that ink sale. I should have told you guys about it then. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. But don't wait, because those things will fly off the shelf. Like people all of a sudden realize, oh my gosh, I gotta have these. All right, so next we're gonna put these two pieces down. I'm going to glue the white onto the black mat. You guys good so far? I hope so. Nobody's asking any questions really, so that's good. Kind of just flying through this. Okay. And then this will get glued all the way down. So you notice that's where I did the die cutting for your flowers from. So if you wanted more flowers and you have this, don't glue this down yet. Just cut a few more flowers out of it. Okay. If you don't have this embossing folder, you could absolutely use another floral one. There's a tree one. You know, if you were trying to recreate this card, I, of course, embossed this all for you guys, so you don't have to worry about that. But lots of good things. Okay, now, where are we going to start with this? Well, I will tell you. Great question. We are going to use our tape runner. We are going to add some tape right to the middle here. So we are going to do our gold thread first. I got to snip off this edge. Well, actually, we won't see that, so that's fine. What I like to do is just get some off of the spool. And then I'm going to kind of follow its normal, like, waviness. So this had a curl to it already. I'm going to bring this, put my end on the tape, and then bring this up and around. And I put the tape, like, so I'm using that tape to kind of help me guide where my twine's gonna go, right? And here, you can always play with it afterwards, but I wanted 3 loops up at the top instead of just 2. Maybe right. I'm gonna bring that loop this way a little bit. Okay, I kind of like that. So that is my secret. I put the tape down and then play around with how I want it. All right, so that is your first step to creating this collage. And let me put that back in my bag. Now we're gonna put our sentiment up at the top. That will get pop dotted. You guys, I lost my pop dots again. Here's a, and nobody wants a saggy middle, so I am putting 4 dimensionals on this tag. Okay, and that's gonna come right up here. Boom. Next, we're going to do our 3 white flowers. So you kind of want to get them positioned where you think they'll be. Now I'm just going to add some dimensionals to the middle of 2 flowers. The third one is little, and I'll probably just put that straight onto the cardstock. But to 2 of the flowers, the bigger ones, I'm adding dimensionals just to the middle. This is so when I add my leaves and the other things, I'm not trying to shove them under dimensionals, right? Okay. Oh my goodness, it's stuck to me. All right. So this guy I had kind of going this way. And this one is overlapping. And that's the other thing too. So I wanted them to overlap, which means I couldn't have a dimensional there, right? Kind of centered in the card, so I don't have them very centered. I'm going to pick them up and move that one over. There we go. So centered in the card, and then this guy is getting tucked down in the middle. So this is what it looks like right now. Kind of blah, right? That's a lot of white going on, just a little bit of gold, but we're going to make it work. I think I need to move these down a little bit too, but it's fine. It's fine. Now we're going to take our leaves, and these, you can add glue or tape, whatever your preference is, but I'm just adding it on to the end by the stem. That one needs a little bit more. This, and then I'm tucking it under my gold and then just pushing down on it. Okay. So I want my gold ribbon to show. So these guys are going underneath that ribbon. And don't worry, I'm going to put a black flower in there. Okay, so now we're at this. Next, we're going to do our flowers. One of the flowers is a double flower because I like to do odds, right? So in groups of 3. So we couldn't have 4 flowers. That just wouldn't work. All right, that is perfect. Now, depending on what you want to use, I prefer to use glue dots for these flowers. You can use green glue or whatever. But I'm just going to go in, add. All right, and then take your pick tool, grab that up off of there. Then you can perfectly place where you want it. I'm going to put this one actually there because I got a bigger spot in that. So we'll put the double one. Come on. Right here. And the other one, oops, we'll go up here. Super. Okay. And this one I got right on the edge of that. I actually want to move it. I want to tuck it underneath because I don't want my hibiscus flower to be coming downward. There we go. All right. What are you guys thinking of these colors? Is it just kind of a little weird? I don't know. Now we're going to grab our sparkle gems and apply them to the center of these little flowers. And also the yellow ones are going to get applied to the card. And just wherever you think needs a little bit of bling bling, needs a little bit of color. There we go. All right. I hope you guys are hanging in there with me. We've got one project left to do. Here is the 5th project. And you can see it is a little different than my original, right? So the threading is going to be a little different every single time as well. Okay, last but not least, we are going to get this project. This is the complicated one. So I hope you guys are still hanging in there. If you've got any questions, you can throw them at me. Thanks, Leslie. Okay, here we go. This guy. I don't even know what this is called, but I really like it because it stands up so nice. So awesome. So fun. Okay. So this is what we're working with. Are you guys ready? Let's do this. The colors we are stamping in are Summer Splash, Petunia Pop, and Soft Seafoam. Okay, so these are the 3 colors we will be stamping in. I also have a blending brush because we're going to do a little bit of that. We have our ribbon. We have these awesome gems. They are the Riverside Irregular Pearls. And if you, that's correct, Kathy. It does look a little tricky. You should have these in your goodie bag, right? So they comes in the Lost Lagoon, kind of like a beige. And then you guys received white ones. And you would have received 1 of one size and 2 of the other. Okay. All right. So let's grab our supplies. In your bag or in your pocket of things, you will have your envelope, a big sheet of Designer Series paper, which we are stamping on, 2 smaller sheets of Designer Series paper. You have this, which somebody must have gotten mine. It will have a thing stamped on it. So I'm sorry, that should have been mine. But this is what you use for your sentiment. And then some smaller pieces. And these are the pieces that are on this, the moving mechanism. So we don't need to do anything with these 2, but we will be stamping on these. We won't be stamping on the mechanism, but we will be stamping on the front of the card and on the envelope. So lots of stamping on this one. All right, let me show you guys some dimensions. Okay, so if you need to, you can screenshot these. The cool thing is this takes 1 piece of 8.5 by 11 paper. So the first piece you will want to cut is going to be 5.5 by 9.5. So on your 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, you're going to cut on the 8.5 side at 5.5. And then you're going to score at all of these. So make sure to take a screenshot of this if you would like the measurements. All right. And I will kind of explain this in a moment. The other piece, you're going to be left with 3 inches, right? Because if it's 8.5 and you cut off 5.5, you're left with 3 inches. And then you're going to cut that piece down to 10 5/8. And then this is where you're going to score on that piece. So it's 2 1/8, 4 1/4, 6 3/8, and 8.5. All right. I'm going to start with this piece. We're going to do our stamping in a second. Just because I'm talking about these pieces, I want to go over it with you. Okay. Leslie got the stamped one. All right. Well, I think it's in the wrong color, so you just have to flip it over and do that. All right. So what you're going to do is you're creating, like, it's going to go into one another. So just take this, flip it over, and fold like 2 of them in and burnish the edge. Okay. Then you're going to flip this one backwards and burnish the edge. So right now you have this. You have 3 panels that are straight and then 2 that are curved. Now what you're going to do is you're going to bring in, oh my goodness, hold on. I've only done this twice. You're going to bring this piece in. Shit, did I do mine the wrong way? That doesn't work. Hold on. This is too wide. Did I do your guys's the wrong way? I hope I didn't. Oh, I think I might have. Oh, nope. I did score this one wrong. See, they're not lining up. So I'm going to still show you guys. Maybe I'll have to use this piece though. Hopefully they're all good. Okay, let me try this piece. The piece in the middle stays. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Hopefully I didn't mess up your guys' too much. Maybe you'll have to do a different mechanism. But they go... Oh my goodness. Maybe I did mess it up too much. Because that piece comes down. Okay. So anyhow, sorry. Maybe I didn't mess it up. I'll email you guys once I figure it out. But I know, like, you have to... Oh, hold on. So, okay, you're like this. And then this side... So this is the inside piece. And then this side gets folded over. So the score line might not be where you need it to be, but you'll just... Yeah, so I was right. Okay, it's all good. I just had it backwards. So this piece, this is straight. These are your turned out pieces. Then this one you're going to fold over and burnish the edge and then fold this back. Okay? So it's not like rocket science because you have to put this in there and this is going to get covered up. So if my score mark is off, it'll be fine because you're putting this over the top. So every one is going to fold just a little different based on your thing. And you will have a little overlap here. Okay. If that bothers you, you can trim it. It didn't bother me. So I just left it. All right. So yes, this way. So it will look kind of funky. So these go in and then this goes over the top. Hopefully we got that. Whew. I was sweating there for a moment thinking that I really messed up your guys' stuff. But all right, we are all good. Okay, so we're going to set that aside. So this is the mechanism, right? So again, this is kind of how it folds into one another. Okay, now for your card base. So when you're doing this, this piece is going to fold in. This piece is going to fold in. And then you have these little pieces here. If you like to measure, you're going to come down 1 1/4 inches and cut. And then after that 1 1/4 inches, you're going to go to the, like, slant it. Okay? Let me measure how close I am. Yeah, that's pretty long. But all you're going to do is cut down 1 1/4 inches and then slant it. This is where our folding mechanism is going to get attached to. Okay? So 1 1/4 slant, 1 1/4 slant. So we're not even going to see that part. So if you got smaller tabs or whatever, you just got to make sure that when you're putting your folding mechanism on here, that this tab is bigger than that, right? Okay, so all good. Now we're going to do our stamping. So we did a little bit of prep work. Now we're going to do our stamping. I am stamping my 2 front panels first. I'm also stamping some on my DSP and then every place else, right? So the colors that I'm using, soft seafoam, that's going to be for my leaves. Oh, and I just realized I didn't have these out. Okay. So that's solid leaves. And these are just all the solid. And then Summer Splash for my other piece. And get off of there. That one. And we also use like this little sketchy thing too. So lots of stamping on this one. Let me grab some blocks. Okay. Let's see. Super duper. Let's get to it. Stumpa, 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 stumpa. So I'm just going to put my stamp pads right up here. And I like to set that image. Yes, on there. That one I don't need right now. So for this guy, we're getting out, and I'm just going to fold that back, and I'm going to start stamping. Because I like it when it looks like it continues onto the other page. So just right like that. I like to start with my biggest one first. And just kind of keep going around all sorts of different directions. Oh, we'll leave it at that because then maybe we'll fill in. Let's put one right there. And up here. And oops, I should have had that folded. It'll be okay. All right. And then lastly, just filler, right? That's what leaves are for. It's just to kind of fill in where we need a little bit of extra. Just keep twirling. We will put 2 there. Super. So that is that, you know, and since I've got this on the back, we're just going to add, we'll just add a flower down here. No mistakes, just room for embellishment. There. Okay. So this is the front. I'm done with that. Now on this piece, I'm just doing the tone on tone. So I'm just going to add our hibiscus to that. Same with this piece. Okay. On our white piece, this is where we're going to do just a little bit of shading. I'm going to do that first, just grabbing some ink with the blending brush. I start off of the paper first and then come onto the paper. That helps me from getting big blemish marks. Super. Okay, this also has our greeting. And I used that before and didn't clean it, so. And I'm stamping that kind of high so that if I want to sign it, I can just sign it right below. And then these little sketchy things. I just think these are so cute. And it kind of goes with, oops, not on screen. Kind of goes with our background paper. DSP. Speaking of which, we are going to be stamping straight on here, and you're going to kind of go high up, doing one big flower on each side. And I just did it so they kind of are symmetrical with each other. And some leaves. Super. Then last but not least, we have our saying, the "You Make Me Smile" for on the outside. And that's going to get stamped in our dark color. And then Fussy cut it out. Oh my goodness. That's not last but not least, because we still have our envelope. I forgot about that. So again, just taking our normal big colors. I just love how striking this is on white, especially. Okay, and our green. It's all about the shuffle with these envelopes. Just really getting in there. Okay. Awesome. Now we have all of our stamping done, which means we are closing these ink pads and we are going to assemble. Okay. All of these pieces. Let's do our inside of this first. We've got to put down our designer series paper. Look, I got some ink on there. Imagine that. And this designer series paper, this was like the Country Woods, I believe. And then this other one is from the Unbounded Beauty suite. Okay. All right. So this is what we've got right now, right? Let's see, I should have made this tab a little longer. I went down, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you want to take your ruler and figure out where the center of this piece is. So this should be 4 1/4 inches wide. So instead of trying to figure out what is the center, I just kind of move this so that my 5 is here and the end is there. So I'm just going to move it until like that's even. And then my center is at the 2 1/2. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but it makes sense to me. And I'm just marking it right there. Now your mechanism piece, right? This you're going to tape down the middle first. So I just have it folded all the way over. I'm putting tape runner on that middle piece so it opens like this. So all the way in. And this is going to go right in the center. So if you want, you can center it this way too. I'm just making sure that when I fold this in, that it's going to line up with my tabs. Okay. And then this goes right in the middle of those tabs. So you can really measure if you want. I'm just making sure that it's going to hit my tabs. And it does. Now I am putting either the Stampin' Seal Plus or your Tear & Tape. I literally just had it. Here we go. Tear & Tape on these tabs. So you can do the tabs 2 different ways. You can do the tabs like this, and it will just attach, and you'll see the tab. You can also fold in the tab, which is how I did it on my sample. So if you didn't fold the tab in, you would see the tab on the back side here. But I've folded the tab in. I don't know if you guys can see that at all. Oh, not on that side because it's covered up. But the tab is like right there. So I'm folding my tabs in. I'm going to put my tape on the tabs. Then taking the tape off the tabs. Okay. And I'm making sure that this comes straight out and just pushing it down. Okay. So that went right on my tab. Then just pushing it in and down. Because this will fold flat, right? It's flat. Now this tab is going downward. And I'm bringing this out and then pushing on it. Okay. And that is how we get the... All right. I hope that makes sense. I really do. Now we just got to put our pieces in. Okay. So cover up that weird score mark. And I just love all the different pops of color on this one. All of the different things. Okay. Oh, I'm going to use, where's my green glue? I just don't like to run my tape runner on embossed images. When you do embossing, it breaks the fibers of the cards. Yeah, technically they're the same size, which is why you have to finagle the one, because you can't, like, you know, smush them in. I don't know. I can't remember where I got the instructions from, but that's the instructions. I'm sure if you were going to do them all the same way, you could probably figure out the dimension there, but okay. So you have this right now. We're going to take our ribbon and slide it right in there and tie it. I think they're all the same size, at least, because all of these are the same size. Yeah. Come on. Get out here. There we go. That is one of the ugliest knots I've ever made. It'll be okay. All right. And now we need to fussy cut. Fussy cut, fussy cut. And you can get as detailed or not with this. If you don't want a fuzzy cut, you could just make it into a tag. Like whatever you want to do, right? You got the piece of paper. Just do what you need to do. Okay. Woo, woo, woo. And then this gets mini dimensionals. Now just make sure that you're not putting dimensionals where you're going over the ribbon. So I actually like to put down my dimensional right next to it, and then I know I'm not going right there. Okay. Oh, yeah, that'll still work because when I close it, yeah, so that can stick off. Stick off the side. And lastly, put your little pearls on. I just love these. So with the online exclusives, I like this stamp set. I like that twine. The marbled DSP. These embellishments, like, they really are stepping up the online exclusives, which is good and bad. Okay. There we go. Here is our finished card. You can kind of play around with it. And then this was the other one. Okay, that is all 6 projects. Thank you for hanging in there. It is a lot. Remember, you can go back and watch the replay, get any advice. If you have any questions, of course, reach out. I don't know where I got this fancy fold from. I literally wrote down the dimensions and then made it. But hopefully It works out. And if not, it's just paper, right? We all have lots of things. All right, let's get all of these in the screenshot here. Here's 1, 2. Quite some fun. And I'm going to be doing a brunch and bingo coming up in end of January, beginning of February. So make sure I have a poll on my Stampin' Unicorns VIP page right now. If you're not part of that, let me know. I can get you added. And tell me if you are interested in an event, what you would want to do for, what time frame would work for that. So, yeah, so that's that. Yeah, you guys are very welcome. I hope you have a great night, and I'm going to get something to drink and probably some supper. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.